Hello my fellow crafters, welcome back to my channel. My name is David and today I'm going to be making a card for you, and it's going to be something new for me, but we'll figure it out together I think. It's going to be a funfold card, simple, based on an idea I saw from Natasha Foot, and I thought that's one I can handle, I think. For the Dutchies, all measurements are going to be in inches, because that is easiest for this card. Just follow along with me. If you do the same as I do, because inches are not natural for me as well, but I've got a trimmer that has inches on, so you can follow along with me there. I'm going to use the new release from Annette Green. Well, not the whole release, obviously. I'm going to use the this one with the, what is it called? The Fancy Cutaway. Very nice set, fun to use, and by the way, this fits perfectly on an ATC card, so I'll be using that as well. So I'm going to be playing with alcohol inks. I'm going to be, well, lots of things. So let's change the camera around and see what I'm going to do. Okay? So as I said, I'll be using this die from this beautiful set. Now I'm going to use design paper coming from my abandoned paper pack, which is nice and rusty. And I'm going to use the leftover of my rusty paper for matte layers on there. I'm going to be doing sort of a stained glass cover. Well, you'll see. We'll get to that. First things first, I'm going to get my mixed media mat out, and then we're going to do some alcohol ink. Now I want to give this a hint of more color, and I'm going to use some infusions on that. This is the Golden Sands. This is gorgeous as is, but I just want to see how that reacts. So this is sort of an experiment that I'm just wondering about. So I'm just going to put some of these Golden Sands infusions on there. Get my spray bottle and spritz that. I've got some just pure walnut, just walnut. I'm going to put some of that on as well. I already like what this Golden Sand is doing. Just giving it a bit more orangey, darker look. So I'm going to dry that just a tad. So this is almost dry now, and I'll put that to the side. But I love the grungy look it has. It already was gorgeous, but I just wanted to see what it would do, and it does do something. So that's fun. Okay, put that to the side to dry. Clean up my mess. Messy, but I love that. Just spritz that with water, and I'm going to clean that off. Now this is the Sizzix Mixed Media Mat, and I've used it before, and you see it doesn't stain as much, and I love that. I've got the Vasa as well. Sorry about that, I don't like that one. It stains, but this one, yeah, it stays where it needs to stay, and I like it. So far so good. I will get back to that. I'll do a proper test and play around with that. But so far so good. What I've got here is a piece of alcohol ink Duralar. You can use acetate I think as well, but I got this, so I thought I'd use it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some colors on there to create the look of stained glass. So I think I'm going to use these two. I don't know, and I'm just gonna color on there. Now this squeaks a bit, sorry about that. I'm just gonna do it like that. And now there's not a lot of color payoff on this one. Let me get a darker one. This is just too light. That's better. So I'm just scribbling on there fairly. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to spray some alcohol on there and see what happens. I'm going to let that run. There, lovely. Lovely. And I'm going to dry that quickly. And I'm going to trim that to 2.5 by 3.5 inches. Next I'm going to use the craft stock metallic, and this is the gold one. It's a warm, almost rosy gold. And I'm going to use that to cut out my panel. So let's do that. Now this is cut beautifully. Everything just falls out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sanding block and just, not block, my sanding discs, just go over that, and crunch that up a tiny bit. And using my scorched timber, I'm just going to go over that. And that will just grab a hold of the pieces where we sanded. That will give it more of a grungy, darker, weathered look. See? Love that look. And I'm going to put that onto my piece of mylar. And that will create the look of the stained glass. See? Loving that. Love it when a plan comes together. So I'm going to put these two together already because that, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to use actually. I might see if I still have some. Now I know this isn't for sale anymore, but if you've got it, it's perfect for this. You see, it just fits on there beautifully. So I'm going to use that to adhere. If you've got it, use this. If you don't have it, use a different kind of glue. But yeah. This tape is fantastic, so that's why I wanted to use it. So my ink is not dry yet. Because obviously the ink will come off the pieces where I didn't sand. So what I should have done is take a piece of paper towel and just rub over that. And that brings back the shine and leaves the grunge in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up. At the bottom. Like so. And then I'm going to take off these and we've got it perfectly aligned. I need to trim off a tiny bit of the top, but that's fine. So let me just do that and then we'll continue. So my stained glass panel is done, and that's going to look fantastic on here. You see that? Ooh, loving that. Okay, put that to the side. And I think I'm done with all dirty stuff, so I will just put this away. So now we're going to go to the card base, and I'm going to trim this. This is a piece of the abandoned paper. Love that, nice and rusty. And I'm going to cut that at 4 1/4. So 4 inches and 1/4 inch. So if you, like me, have a paper trimmer with inches on it as well, just follow along with the inches. So this is 4 1/4, and that's going to be 11 wide or long. So I'm going to put that here, line it up with the 11 mark, and cut. There we go. That's that. So here I've got all the measurements we need. So if you want to screenshot that, now's the time to do that. So we need to score it 5 1/2, 6 3/4, 8 3/4, and 10. So let's do that. Now I'm going to use my board for that. I have a thingy for it, but don't know where it is. So I'm going to use this. And I'm going to start at 5 1/2. So that's this line. And score like that. Then we're going to 6 3/4, so that is 6 and 1, 6, 1, 2, 3. That's right there. Six and 3/4. And the last one is going to be 8 3/4. So that's going to be there. See that? And the last score is going to be at 10. And then if you fold these, this is what your base of your card will look like. And it will fold flat nicely, like so. That's going to be cool. So that's the base done. So let me get to the next part. And the next part is the front panel. And that needs to be 5 5/8 by 2 3/4. So let's do that. 5 5/8. So in between, for the Dutchies, in between the inches, if you've got a 1 inch mark, you've got 8 lines. So you do 5 plus, what did I say? 5 lines. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go there. You see? There we go. And then we're going to do it at 2 3/4. There we go. So that is going to be our front panel. We need to score it though. So we need to score that at, what did I say? 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to look at this side now. The light is, the glare is there. Go. So 3/8 is, that's 1, 2, 3. So we score at that line there, which is nearly 1 centimeter, just under. And we're going to score at, wrong piece of paper, 1 5/8. 1 and, I'm going to turn it over, it's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5/8. There we go. That's all the scoring and measuring done. So we're going to fold this one like so. That's going to go on here. And that will have my panel on there. You see? Beautiful. So let's assemble this part, and then we're going to see how to decorate it any further. So what I need is inking. I'm going to ink all the folds so that, yeah, we have a nice and vintage look with that, but also then we can see them. And I'm using scorched timber for the etching part because I like it. And the darkness comes back in there as well. So I'm etching all around. And that gives us this look. Now, I said I was done with the measuring, but I lied. Sorry. Because I need panels for this. So I'm just gonna take my pen and I'm gonna write this down. This is 4 inches, right? Sorry, 4 1/4. So I want that 4 inches. So I'm going to cut this panel down to 4 inches along the side. And then I need, this one is going to be glued down. This one is 1 1/4, so I need 1 inch high. This one is 2 inches, so I need 1 3/4 for that one. And this one is 1 inch again. No, that's funny. Wait for it. Oh, this needs to be 1 inch, yes. So let me just measure this down. Let me just cut this down to the right sizes and then I'll be back. Now before I do the cutting bit, I want to do some stamping on there, and I'm going to use my script stamp, scripts from the past. And I'm going to use my brown VersaFine for that. I just want that texture on there. There we go. That's it. Don't need more. I just wanted some on there. And I thought the rusty bit was big enough, but it's not actually. But I think it's going to turn out pretty nice because I love this bit. Oh, you only need it. There's one. I think this is going to turn out beautiful. Yeah, okay. No, we'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. So, in the end of the day, we only need these 3. You can do this one if you want to. These 3. You can do this one if you want to. I'm not gonna. Okay, so let's edge this and then I'll stick that down. So, I'm gonna take my glue. And glue down these pieces. Just in the center with a nice border around it. That's why we cut the panels a tiny bit smaller. Do the same on this one. Now, of course, you can use any design paper you want. You can use plain paper and then use some of the beautiful design paper from Angelica. Make it much more romantic, put paper flowers on it. So, but yeah, I just like this base and I like the grungy look, you know that, so that's why I'm going for this. But hey, you do you. Now let's glue this part down. So, make sure that it folds down like so, and then press that down. So, that's the easiest way to do it. And now it stands up like this. Cool. Now, this one will come right there. So let me etch this. Etch the folds. And go around. Like so. There we go. So this is going to go right there. Now this we're going to line up here at the bottom, like so. And this one lines up there then. So let's do that. Let's glue this one down first. So I'm just going to put some glue on this part. Like so. Then I'm going to find the center. I'm going to eyeball this, guys, but you can measure it if you want to. Like that. Line that up nicely there and glue down. Make sure it's straight. There we go. So now we glue down this piece. So I'm just gonna pull this up and put some glue here. Just there where it should grab a hold. You see, it just folds down to be a perfectly flat US A2 size. And if you open it, you get this. I love this. Yep. So this is pretty cool. And I like the rust coming back. And this is my stained glass piece. And that's going to go right here. And that has a nice border around it because of the size that we did. So I'm going to glue that down. And line it up and press it down. And I'm just going to put a block on that to give it some pressure. So for a sentiment, I took one of the sentiments, just hello, from the Everyday Elements from Annette Green. It's a 2020. And I've cut out a base layer from that rust. The hello in black. I'm going to put that on there, here at the bottom. And I've cut out some of these gears out of the same as well. And I'm going to put the hello on there. And I think that's it. I'm going to keep this quite simple because I love this. I want this element to speak for itself. So I think this is going to be fun. So let's do that. Let's glue these down. So I've glued these on and now I'm going to put this one there so it's getting a bit of a flow. This one's a bit higher, this one's a bit lower, and I just want to, this is going to be a long video. Well, I might edit a lot out, but let me see, because I've got one piece left, and what I was thinking is to use my flower, the flower from the Torn set, my new release, and I'm just going to cut these out of that. I think this will be cool. So I'm just gonna give that some dimension. On the back. Turn it over and press that down. So some dimension on the back. Turn it over and press it down. This one needs a bit more. There we go. Simple, quick and easy. And I'm just going to glue them down. So I like that about this flower. You can really build it up, look like a real flower. That's going to be here. Just need something in the center. And I've got these prills. I think these will be fun. Brings back the gold a bit. So let me just get my scoop because, well, I know myself. That's going to be a nightmare. I'll throw these in there. Okay. Let's put this one down. Blob of glue there. Slightly offset that. See? Like that with the flow of the gears, and then the little hello is going to go right there. like so. And here's my finished card, my funfold card. It stands like that, so it's simple and folds flat completely like that. So I love it. Love how this turned out. So I will make pictures for you to see, but look at that stained glass. That's fun. The rust. I love this card. Yeah, happy with it. So I hope you like it too. If you do, give this video a thumbs up and consider to subscribe to my channel. And I will post the measurements underneath in the description bar, just in case you missed them, because that was a bit chaotic. But hey, you learn as you go, right? So thank you for joining me, and I'd love to see you for the next one. Thank you. Bye.